Jaya Sri Radhe, welcome. Jaya Jaya. Okay, Mother, you have the first question.
Is astrology important in a devotee's life?
Yeah, the question is, what is the value or importance of astrology in the devotee's life? Astrology is a Vedic science, and any science or body of knowledge can be used correctly or incorrectly. So, if you get a good astrologer, he can give you a lot of good help. I mean, the Goswamis don't mention anything about astrology, so they only wrote about pure bhakti. So if you're only interested in pure bhakti, accepting everything as Krishna's mercy, then you don't have to worry about astrology. But you might have a hell of a marriage. Because astrology can give a lot of good input, good knowledge about a combination of people's charts and marriage, and also health astrology. Certain planets and stars will indicate certain health problems which you can avoid. Knowledge is a tool to be used to improve your life. So astrology is a very valuable tool to understand why we have different deficiencies. We always have problems with our knees. Well, that's because you had Dhanishta, you should have Janam Nakshatra. Dhanishta affects the knees and from the knees to the feet. So Dhanishta is your Janam Nakshatra, you're always going to stub your toe and cut your feet. So then what to do to remove that effect? Then they give you all kinds of ways to do that. Chant the Dhanishta's mantra. The Dhanishta's name of a star, also a sexy way. Dhanishta Nakshatra. So astrology is a good science. It's Vedic. It's perfected by rishis. So, but it's interesting that the Goswamis don't mention anything about the value or use of it in bhakti. So when you're talking about bhakti, service to the bhakti, hearing, chanting, remembering Krishna, then astrology doesn't, any negative effects you have in your kunda, your birth chart, will be canceled by pure devotional service. So one time Prabhupada was asked, the famous quotation by this someone named Vishala Das. He was a very funny guy, American guy. He had to be very humorous. Like Prabhupada, he was in Vrindavan in 1974, 75 when the temple was just being built and getting open. And Prabhupada come out, came and visited for a couple months during that time. Vrindavan construction. Every day he was going out for morning walk on Chatikar Road, which is one-lane road then. One-lane horse cart, yeah. Chatikar Road in front of the temple. And then he would stand there and say, "All glories to the pure devotee of Krishna." Yeah, really loud and like kind of exaggerated way. Everybody said, "What is this guy?" Everybody thought he was making a fool of himself. Well, it was also actually really good, because the disciple is supposed to verbally glorify the Guru when he sees him. This is a real shastra. So he did that. He read that somewhere. So he went over the top. Oh, he's a big guy, big fat guy. So he had a big one, ah. So probably every day Prabhupada just walk by him and go out with the GBC and secretaries and sannyasi to walk. So one day Prabhupada stopped and said, "Vishal, instead of doing this, why don't you go do something useful?" So I don't know what that has to do with astrology, but the idea is that, I don't know what the connection is. Oh yeah, so once that this devotee, Vishal, he met Prabhupada in Vrindavan. He's a little eccentric, kind of funny guy, but Prabhupada really liked him, and he often could meet privately with Prabhupada. He was just living in the temple, was a Grihastha guy. He was very good-hearted, very pure-hearted, and Prabhupada liked him. He was a Vrindavan warrior. Anybody who lived in Vrindavan knows that he was a real warrior. Get malaria every day, typhoid every other day, It was really an austere time. So he was helping in the early days, so Prabhupada knew everybody by name in those days. So he met Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I have Rahu in my 9th house and it's affecting my bhakti. Prabhupada said, what is this? Krishna with his little toe can kick 10,000 Rahus out of your house. But Prabhupada didn't pay much attention to it. He just, just sharing Krishna. The answer all questions, all problems. But many devotees have been greatly benefited by astrological input and astrological knowledge. Because it is Vedic knowledge, it's part of it, it's Jyotishi Shastra. So it's nothing to be laughed at or nothing to be ignored or mocked. That would be a great offense. That's called Shastra Ninda. Shastra Ninda is fifth offense, holy name. Fourth offense. So, and astrology charts can tell you what business will be best for you. According to your chart, you'll be successful in textiles. You'll be successful in words, in writing, and communication. You'll be successful in math or numbers. They can tell you that. But also astrology can tell you what part of the world is, if you're a free agent, have money. If you live anywhere in the world, you live in Switzerland or Fiji or Bali, wherever you want, which is pretty good chart. Have that kind of karma and money and detachment from your homeland. You do your chart and decide where you'll be most successful. It's called astrocartography. Cartography means a map of the world. I had that done in 1987. He said, and there's my big plans in my chart had how we're passing through India. Yeah, because the big chart around papers like this wide. So there's only 9 planets or 12 signs and 9 planets. So the planets only go through so many countries. So they don't go through all of them. There's 150 countries. So one of my planets went through India. So it was interesting. It went through West India, went through Western UP, Rajasthan. Western UP is Govardhan. Right, 1 kilometer that way is Rajasthan. Bharpur is Rajasthan. So it didn't go through Bengal and Puri, which it's interesting because I've been to those places before. In '77, I've been to East India, Puri and Mayapur, Navadvip, and I liked it. But when I came to Vrindavan, I really loved Vrindavan. So this was 10 years later, '87, before I moved here. There was a Jyotishi in Berkeley where I was living who did this. So I said, where's the best place for me to live? He said, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Best place. I said, okay, Jodhpur. How about Vrindavan? He said, yeah, that's also West India. I said, hey, you got a friend there. There's a squirrel right next to you. He was there, and he was coming your way. He ran away. There's so many of them. There's about 50 of them out there running around. One time this afternoon, I was walking to the gate. There was about 10 squirrels. They all run around the tree, look like ropes around a leaf tree. 5 guys were chasing 5 girls, I guess. There were 10 squirrels. They're going like this. They're going up the tree. I go, what's that? Look like gray ropes go around the tree. They're very entertaining. Once I was in Navadvip visiting Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. He was lying in bed for many years, so his back was bad. Didn't work properly in his old age. And out his window, opposite where he would look from in his bed, there was a palm tree, coconut tree. And there was a bird's nest in there of cuckoos. and he was watching the baby cuckoos being born and learning how to fly from their mother. And he said, you see where I'm sitting, there's a cuckoo bird nest, coil. And they're making a nest. I watched them make, husband and wife make their nest. I watched the babies hatch. I watched the mother teach the babies to fly from branch to branch. I watched the babies fly away. Well, I'm not attached. I don't even meditate and I'm thinking about it. But you're living in Vrindavan, so you're always watching monkeys. You're always watching monkeys. So be careful you don't get attached to those monkeys. They think they're cute. Think they're cute or think the squirrels are cute and they come back. There's a squirrel running around up the tree. Like Maharaj. It's no joke. So to summarize, astrology is very helpful. If you find a good astrologer, that's the big question. I know one I can suggest if you want to consult. I already told you anything. Okay. He's supposed to be good. I never used him myself. I can't testify personally. And I think he's been doing it for 50 years. And his wife, he married, second wife, she's very smart, very intuitive person, like a psychic person. She's a very brilliant person, Bulgarian person. She gets good insight. So they make a good combination.
Actually, Gurudev, my question came from because I was listening to the lectures. So here, the astrology was talked about in the phases of Rishami and everything in Gaudiya Vaisnava.
Yeah, it's called karma, covering of karma. Anyabhyasya jnana karma. Jnana aritam karma aritam means covering of karma. Means that you depend on some karmic activity to instead of depending on Krishna. There's 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. One is depending on Krishna and taking shelter of Krishna as the only maintainer and protector. Rakshishya Titi Vishwasa. Have faith that Krishna is my Raksha, he's my Raki, he's my protector, and only him. I don't need covetous, I don't need this ring, that ring, I don't need anything, I just need Krishna. That's a surrendered soul. So he said, that's nice, but I'm not that surrendered. Yeah, so it's like, that's the best definition of pure bhakti. So you may have some covering, and at some point you may realize that's not there. Like one time, someone in Navadvip gave me a string of kavacha, very popular in a spiritual mission located in Navadvip. They give a lot of the string of kavachas out over there. Sorry very much. And I was on Brikma Gordon with some students from Delhi. 1991, and they said, you're just giving a lecture about we should only depend on Krishna. What's that around your neck? They're little, not too humble followers. Young guys, student guys, you know. They weren't initiated, but they're supposed to be. Idea was there. And he says, what do you sing for? You have the holy name of Krishna. You're a Krishna Bhakta, not a Srinivas. I said, yeah, you're right. So I took it on my neck and threw it to go into good. I think I should just take shelter and go in there. Okay. That is Personally, disciples ask me about wearing all that stuff. I say, whatever you want to do. I don't make waves. I don't. There was that's a very interesting answer I learned from Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He was once in Delhi, and some disciples met him. He said, you know, in the Shastra, it said we should bathe in Radha Kunda. And Mahanidhi Maharaj wrote a book about Radha Kunda. He said we should bathe in Radha Kunda. He quoted Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, and Stavali by Raghunath Das. He quoted Govinda Lilamrita and Krishna Chaitanya Charitamrita, he quotes so many Shastras. But there's another guy who wrote a book, Rajashekar, wrote a book, Radha Kunda Prikma Guide. He said we shouldn't bathe. So I'm confused, what should we do? So, Gopal Krishna Maharaj very cleverly answered. He said, well, I don't have a direct answer on this question, but I can say I don't bathe. And then the servants all left. Thank you very much. They all came and told me the story. I said, so we're going to bathe? He said, no, he said not to bathe. I said, you didn't say not to bathe. He said, I don't bathe. He said, I don't bathe. He didn't say you couldn't bathe. You know, yeah, well, that's your interpretation. No, but you were a little scared. I said, then you don't have Vishwambhini Guruseva. You're not observing the fourth of Bhakti, which is Vishwambhini Guruseva. To serve with respect mixed with intimacy. Vishwambhini. It's not like this. This is what I had to say about astrology. Hi, ciao. Ciao, good friend. Ciao, good. Right. Like she have your tape measure? Ask her if she have your tape measure.
Tape. Since she didn't bring, she has it.
Oh, okay. Bring it next week.
Whichever.
So, you guys are pretty social.
The relatives of sister. Relatives of sister.
Oh,
Nikunj.
oh, that's nice. That's where you go. If you relax, I see all the wrong bars. Wrong to watch. No formality. Okay. You close that gate. Close the gate. Questions? Yeah.
Yesterday you were telling Vibhata Bhagavatam Rasamalaya. There is secret that.
Yeah. Yesterday he says you should drink the nectar of the Bhagavatam until you faint. What do you want to say?
You were saying it's a book, how can we drink it? You are saying.
I was saying, Bhagavatam is Shabda Brahman. It's Shabda. Shabda you hear with your ear, you don't drink with your mouth. So yesterday he was saying in the third verse, first canto, first chapter, third verse, what did he say?
Nigama kalpadaro galitam phalam shukam kadam mrita dravasamyutam Vibhata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam
Bhagavatam Bhagavatam Rasalayam. He said you should drink the rasa of Bhagavatam so you faint. Because he's talking about ras, because ras means liquid, it means taste, it means bhav, it means frame, it means many things. So the Bhagavatam is full of bhav and lila and prema. So this, he means to drink this ras, not to drink water. He's saying pivita means to drink, pivita Bhagavatam rasa olive. Drink the ras. In other words, hear the sound vibration of Bhagavatam till you faint. Alaya. Alaya means pralaya. Pralaya means destruction. means drink, hear the Bhagavatam every day, Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, till all your calm, clothes, low, moha, matsuri get destroyed. That's what he's saying. This means asakti and bhakti. Become attached to Krishna. There's Nishtita Bhakti, Ruchi Bhakti, then there's Asakti Bhakti, then Bhava Bhakti, then Prema Bhakti. So Bhagavatam will destroy everything that's not pure Bhakti, which is desire, greed, anger, lust, envy. So that's what all it means, that destroy it. So it's sound. So I said, then how is it possible to drink sound? Because this sound is describing, this sound vibration, Shabda is describing a Lokik Ras, spiritual Ras in the spiritual world between Krishna and the Gopis and Radharani in 10th canto. So when we drink the Ras of the Bhagavatam, then everything else is not Ras will get destroyed, and our whole material existence will be, pralaya will be destroyed, and from that destruction will rise to spiritual reality and spiritual realization of the pure soul as a devotee of Krishna, a lover of Krishna. This is the meaning of Pivita Rasa, Bhagavatam, Pivita Bhagavata Rasa. So we drink sound. Studying Bhagavatam and speaking Bhagavatam means drinking sound. The mouth of the ears. The ears are mukha. Mukham, it says mukhad. Mukham means a mouth.
Sukhamukha.
Sukhamukha. From the mouth. So this ras came from the mouth of Sukadev and turned into Shabda Brahman. That's the Bhagavatam. Now that Bhagavatam will go back in your ears and transform back into ras, which is a taste for Krishna. Because you can't speak anything without ras in your mouth. Ras means liquid. And Krishna says in Gita, Rasahamo Sakontaya. Rasahamo Sakontaya Prabhasmi Shasti Surya. I am the taste of water, I am the light of the sun and the moon. Prabha Shashi Surya. Shashi means moon, Surya means sun. And Krishna is the Prabha, he's the light of the sun and the moon. So this is Ras. We're trying to taste it. You guys are Vrindavan Pandits now. Everybody comes from Tamil Nadu? Everyone comes from Andhra. You have to call up Nikunja Jivani and go into that to have a tour of Vrindavan. So you become a Tirth Guru, Tirth Guruji, and Tirth Guruji. It's called Panda, Panda Brahmin. Okay, good profession. That's good. You can share your anubhav. Share your anubhav with them. Your anubhav of bhakti and brajavas is different than living in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
Andhra means inside. What does Andhra mean? Or Andhra? Uttar Pradesh means over.
There is a caste like Kirata Gunandra Punandra
Jungle view. You need to buy it over Karate. Look that up. We'll find out about these guys.
We are one of those aborigines.
Where's your bows? You have to have bows in your big bow here. There, let's go. It's the second canto, isn't it?
Yes, good. Second canto.
Second Canto Bhagavatam, Chapter 4, Verse 18. Kirata Hunandra Pulinda Pokasa Abira Shumba Yavana Kasadaya Yanyesha Bhava Yarvasha Asha Shrijanti Tasmai Prabhavishnu Nama. It talks about all kinds of it says here Bhagavatam, different groups of people. Karatas, the Hunas, the Andras, the Pulindas, the Pokasas, the Abiras, Shumba, Yavanas, Militias, and other members of the Kasa race. The others like them are addicted to sinful acts can be purified by taking shelter of the devotees of the Lord. You're in good shape. to Krishna having supreme power. It's interesting. You guys from Andhra should feel right at home in Vrindavan. So why should they feel at home in Vrindavan?
There is Abhira caste.
Very good ears. Very sharp Manjawala. Because the verse says, people from Andhra and Abhiras. Abhira is a class of people that don't have land. They're called nomads. They have some animals, some cows, and they wander around the cows and eat the grass from other people's fields. They let their cows loose in other people's farms. The cows rip all the corn, eat all the corn, all the wheat, and all the grass. And then the owners of the farm chase them away. They pack up and move it down the street. So they're wanderers. So the class of Nanda and Krishna were an Abhira class of people. So it's diverse. Kirata Nanda Pulinda Pokasha, Abhira Shumba, Yavana Kasadya. All these Yavanas and Abhiras and people from Andhra are all Andhra people should feel right at home in Rajmundal, because Rajmundal is inhabited by Abhiras. Abhiras and descendants of Abhiras. So you're welcome. All you low-class guys are welcome. Hi, Sham. Nice to see you. Have any questions? Any questions?
I just got in the middle of the text there, so
Okay. These, a lot of people came today. They're friends of one of my disciples, or two of my disciples.
What time do you start off? It was 4 o'clock.
Yeah, on the banner says 4 o'clock or 3. Yeah, it was I think on the website or Facebook it says 4 to 6.
Yeah, 4.
But sometime about 8 years ago, it got changed to 3 to 5. But it's not changed on the website. So we kind of misled you, and I'm sorry for that. But it starts at 3 o'clock and 5. All right, there's no questions, I end sooner.
So I came last week as well. The gate was locked, but I could hear your voice, so I thought maybe because Janmashtami was the next day, it was closed off.
Actually, we finished early that
We
day.
finished at 4 o'clock.
You finished at 4 because I came, I heard the voice, and then I couldn't get in.
Oh,
I was like mysterious. So
Yeah, after this class, I have a class only for disciples,
yeah.
because they come from Vrindavan today. So as long as they're here, I get a chance to talk to them. So I have a question about bhajan meditation, so they can talk privately about their meditation. Because I sit for knowledge or during meditation, they have questions.
Okay.
So that's why I heard my voice. nobody public was here. They're all gone.
Okay.
There's a lot of mystery over here. But it's 3 to 5. But then sooner, there's no question. You know, nothing. Nobody has a question. No internet questions. No, okay, hard work. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you again. Okay. Do your friends have any questions?
They came to have darshan.
They're in this corner.
Yeah. He is Radha Swami Maharaj.
Disciple.
Brother, no, he is aspiring.
He's aspiring.
Brother.
My cousin brother. My cousin brother.
Oh, nice.
And he is elder one.
That's
Both are the brothers. And his Mausi,
right. Mercy, okay,
mother's
Mercy.
sister.
Yeah. Mother's sister.
My elder cousin brother's wife.
And his wife is
Okay. Chasing the kids.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Mothers are always with the kids. Okay. Okay, I'll ask you a question. Now you have to give the answer. Is it possible for a poor man to become rich if it's not in his destiny? In other words, let me rephrase it. Is it possible for one to change his destiny?
Yes.
And I want an answer by quoting Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Then Krishna always does. Because it was asked to my guru this question. Can one change, if one is poor, can he become rich? There's no destiny for that. So my guru quoted 2 verses from Gita. Chapter 3, verse 11, and chapter 7, verse 22. So first I'll give you the answer and I'll read the verses. So one can change his karma by worship and by blessings of a great devotee. So let's look at the answer by worship. Krishna gives the answer himself in Gita 7th chapter, verse 22. If one has faith in a devata, and if worships a devata, one will attain one's desired object, which are ultimately given by me. So if you want to be wealthy and you're poor, if you worship Durga, a rickshaw can become a billionaire by the mercy of Durga, which she gets from Krishna. So that's the answer to the question. Very interesting question you asked. Can I change my destiny? The answer is Radha. It's the Radha. Universe Nataya Shravya. You guys haven't either, remember? That's Aradhana. Aradhana means worship. Aradhana means greatest worshiper of Krishna. So you gave it to Aradhana. Worship Indra, worship Surya. Worship Surya for what? How? Worship Indra for what? Power. Worship Durga for what? Wealth. Worship Shiva for what? Wife. Wife and also mystic cities. Mystic power. Well, you worship Krishna for what? For nothing. No, for everything you get prema. We worship Krishna to get Krishna. That's all we want, that's all we need. He's all we want, he's all we need. So let's look at the other verse, 3rd chapter 11. It's basically the same idea. What's the title of the 3rd chapter? Oh, Lord. I asked a question, look at the book.
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Devan. Devan Baba.
Devan bhavayata nena te deva bhavayanta parasparam bhavayanta
Hey, go on. He's Junior.
Devan
Robert Troy. Again.
Devan bhavayata neva te deva bhavayanta parasparam bhavayanta shreyam paramavapsyata.
Very good. By sacrifice, by yajna, one will please the devatas, and the devatas will please you, and you will attain the highest benefit. So that's the way. So some Siddha Mahatma blesses you with money and you become rich. That's why Bani businessmen in Vrindavan always look for siddhas to take dikshas of. If you read all the Agrawals in Gaudiya Vaisnava, they all have gurus. They're all the biggest gurus in Rajmandal. Biggest, most famous gurus. I asked some of the famous store owners why he took dikshas from him. He said, I prayed him for blessing for money. That's what they do. So they give him blessings just to make him happy. Okay, I didn't get that one by the way. Maybe send it to me. Question. Mother? There was no drama last week, was there? Well, 2 weeks ago, you're blaming on drama. Everybody's absorbed in funeral drama. Yeah.
We have a question from Italy, but I have to enter inside to read in the phone because I cannot read with the light.
Okay.
So, one second.
Today's a dinner. Yes.
Got a question regarding japa. I noticed a very large variance in approaches to japa, volume-wise. Someone like Prime Krishna, Babaji, had his hand in the bead bag the whole time. I know in the Gaudiya Parava, I hardly saw any japa being done there at all. Do you have any kind of clarification on volume? What is an appropriate volume?
Saying this question is about how much volume.
I can't hear
But
him.
japa.
That's right. He's telling me.
So the question is about japa. The sound, how much volume. Ramkrishna Swami, he goes with japala.
Yeah, the question is about how many rounds of japa?
Volume.
Oh, volume.
Appropriate amount of grounds, because there's a large variance from what I see.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
How many rounds of japa?
Yeah, what is like an appropriate level?
Number of rounds.
Volume is about sorry.
The appropriate number is what your guru asks you to do, and then whatever time you have extra and you're inspired to chant, you should chant more japa. So, the other thing is there's certain ways to attain perfection in Bhakti Vajan, which is described by Gaudiya, and it's well known. You must be knowing also. Hearing, you can attain perfection just by studying Shastra all day, or hearing Shastra. That's how Pariksha Maharaj attained perfection. And speaking Shastra, you can attain perfection. This is excellent. Sri Goswami attained perfection by chanting, and remembering was attained. Is that okay now? Is it okay now? Needs more trouble, more trouble, less bass. Means speech. It says speech on the dial.
Yes.
Turn towards speech. Haribo. I don't know. Is it any good? Right. Is it echoing or? Turn down the masters first and turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Right. Is it okay? Right. Now turn down the master. Okay, it's supposed to be a good speaker, a good speaker. Anyway, so you mentioned different devotees, so some devotees emphasize japa, so they chant. It's not working too good.
More speech working.
Yeah, more speech. Right. Now less. Volume is less. So you mentioned one devotee, he just only emphasized chanting Hare Krishna. In fact, when devotees ask him questions about Shastra, he advises, it's really bad, it's so bad. Turn down the master volume, very much. Turn down the master volume. Turn it very low. Now it's okay. You can hear me? You turn up the volume of the speaker, of that switch.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. It's not right. It's 60,000 rupee speaker. It's not cheap. Right. Jaya Sri Radhe. Is it okay now? No, it's something wrong. Right. Jaya Sri Radhe. Anyway. Effective.
It's effective.
I understand. So, you mentioned Gaudiya and example. It's basically specific to gurus, it's not specific to Paribhai. There's some devotees needed on the Paribhai, they emphasize more study and less chanting. So it's not a symptom of Paribhai, it's a particular inclination for particular gurus. Some gurus are emphasizing holy name, some are emphasizing many different limbs together, some holy name, some study, some are emphasizing more study.
So it's not the actual Parabhat, it's the guru in the Parabhat.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Okay, yeah, because I was seeing, like I said, the Gaudiya Parabhat study, and Nityananda Parabhat.
No, that's not true. You're just showing that conclusion because Satyanarayana is for Paribhai. He's a pundit and a scholar.
Yes.
So he emphasized a lot of study, but he also emphasized Shen, but he doesn't only emphasize that. I mean, Prime Krishna, well, he mentioned, but he doesn't specifically, it said anybody asks a question, he advised him to get the answer of one of his disciples, who's a very good scholar. He's not a big scholar of Shastra. He can speak a nice answer to questions, but he's not a very big scholar. Because he says Chandrakas, all tells everybody Chandrakas. So it's not so, yeah, how many rounds, that's up to you and up to what pleases you do. And it's not a specific characteristic of hard work. Is that clear? Very
Yes. She asked, is Giriraj in Shantaras?
Raj is Shantara. No, he's in, what does it say? Radharani prays to Giriraj in Bhagavad Gita. She says, Hari Katha. So Radharani herself proclaims that Giriraj is the greatest of Haridasas. Giriraj is Krishna, Sakshat Krishna. So Krishna Vrindavan is Madhurya Ras. So you're worshiping Krishna Vrindavan. Krishna Vrindavan has Vatsalya Ras with his mother, Sakya Ras with his friends, and Dasya Ras with his house servants. So all four rasas are there in Krishna, and all four rasas are there in Giriraj. Because Giriraj is Saksha Vrindavananda. And Lord Chaitanya gave Gaura and Shila, Raghunadas Goswami, and onto Chaitanya Chaudhary. What did he say? He said Sakshat Brajendanandan. Sakshat means directly Brajendanandan. It means directly the son of Nanda Maharaj. Brajendra means the king of Braj, he's Nanda Baba. He's the son of Brajendra. Brajendra Nanda means the son of Brajendra, which means the son of Nanda. So Krishna, Giriraj is Krishna. Krishna has all four rasas in Vrindavan. Giriraj has all four rasas. Four rasas, Giriraj in. What's the answer?
Giriraj is in all the four rasas, and he's a Haridaskariya, so he's
Four rasas.
Dasya Rasa, the rest of Krishna's servant. But he's also Sakshatari, so he's in Madhurya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and Dasya Rasa.
Because he's Krishna.
Because he's
Radharani recognized him as a servant of the Das. And the commentary by Vishnu explains how he serves. How does he serve?
because
How does he serve?
yes, he
What way?
provides fruits and fresh grass for the cows and water to drink for Krishna and his friends.
Honey.
Cakes, honey, flowers, cakes.
Grows in caves around Krishna.
Yes, everything. He gives everything to
Fruits,
fruits.
flowers, nuts, dry fruits, dates, cashew, macadamia nuts, Brazil nuts. Raj Dharan Ki.
Jai. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is also in the Asura spirit.
Now with Krishna. The Vatsalya Rasa Krishna.
Haridas.
Yeah, these Haridas, like every devotee is in different rasa with different people. He's not, your brother's not Madhurya Rasa with you. He's Madhurya Rasa with his wife. He's second Rasa with you. Or maybe Dasa Rasa with your younger brother. He boss you around. You're a story. It's a mixture of Dasi and Sakya.
Giriraj Parikrama,
Okay, good. Good job.
batteries only they cannot come.
Yeah, good.
And we'll come back. I'll come back.
She has also another question. Same person.
Okay.
Can we worship Giriraj or Shalagram Shila as Radharani?
You can do anything.
According to
Just
Shastra.
we call you, anything goes, they say.
She wants to know Shastric Praman.
Shastrik Praman. Hari Bhakti Vilas says that Shalagram is a form of Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya said that Giriraj is Krishna. When he gave Giriraj to Raghunath Das, the worship of Giriraj in the Gaudiya Sampradaya began with who?
With first Lord Chaitanya and after Raghunath Das.
So who started the worship of Giriraj in Gaudiya Sampradaya?
Sri Chaitanya.
So how did he worship Giriraj?
He was worshipping like he was bathing Giriraj with his tears.
As Krishna.
As Krishna, yes.
So how did he tell a follower, and how did he tell a member of the Gaudiya Sampradaya to worship Giriraj?
That he is a Sakshat Vrajendranandana. So
He
yes.
told him to worship him like Krishna. Offer him 8 tulsi mantris, a little water and a little sweet. So you should worship Shalagram like Krishna, you should worship Giriraj like Krishna. If your Gurudev tells you some other thing, then follow your Gurudev. But if you ask for Shastra, this is Shastra. There's no Shastra I've ever read anywhere that said to worship Giriraj is Radharani. People do it all over the place. But I never read in Shastra. I didn't hear it from my guru. I asked my guru a question, and he quoted a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, said worship him like Krishna. Who is when you worship Giriraj as Krishna? Where is Radharani represented?
Gunjamala.
What does it represent?
Radharani's lotus feet.
Lord Chaitanya gave Govardhan Shiva to Raghunath Das Goswami. He said, I'm giving you Krishna. Now I'm giving you this Kunjamala. This Kunjamala is Radha Charan. It's a lotus feet of Radharani. Worship them together. So when you worship Kunjamala with Giriraj, you're worshiping Radha and Krishna. Radharani is represented by the Kunjamala. But a lot of people do a lot of things. That's really good. If your Guru Dev is blessing you to do puja like that, carry on. Guru's order is supreme. The Guru should follow Shastra. That's what my Guru taught me. A lot of times people follow the guy across the street. Well, so-and-so is doing it, so I want to do it too. Okay, do it. Do what you want. Well, so-and-so did it. He's a big guy. Okay, follow the big guy. Is he bigger than Lord Chaitanya? No. Well, you can choose. I will make a choice. You want to follow Lord Chaitanya? I want to follow the big guy. I'm a little guy, so you can't follow me. I'm not a big guy. I've been asked this question 10,000 times already.
Yes. I say it today. You ask.
I started giving these classes in 2014, 10 years ago. So you can imagine how many times I've been asked those questions. I answered 7,000 questions. At least. There's 10, 15 a week, about 60 a month. 600 a year times 10 years, 600. Still haven't got one right yet. I'm trying to answer one question right. I'll give you A for determination. I'll keep trying. Okay, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. There you go, Paul. No, sorry. His name is Gopal Das. A lot of times I say, hey Gopal, crying out the anxiety, hey Gopal. Like it's Jovani called out for Krishna. Yeah, go along the taco. She tried to go in the Dhamma Madan. Go in the Dhamma Madan. What was Jovani's nickname?
Krishna.
Krishna. Long A, Krishna. Cool nickname, huh? You had 5 husbands, you would cry out Krishna. Krishna! Krishna! She was always crying out Krishna! So she got the name Krishna. Long A is feminine. Ram and Rama. Rama is Sita. Ram is Krishna. Bhagavan. Krishna, I got 5 husbands. One is enough to make you cry out. Speak of 5. Krishna. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri. Sunday Thakur is supposed to have pictures of Thakurs. So some people have a different Thakur. Not going to say a name. I was looking to see where the Thakurs were now. There's some devotees in Vrindavan called Thakur. Devinandan Thakur and Krishna Chandra Shastri is also called Thakur. Bhagavad Sapta, older than Devinandan. Krishna Shastri. It's called Thakur. Sunday Thakur. Got some light on it. Okay, everything's on the roll today.
I have a question on behalf of Sumanjali, but I need the book. To take the book because my phone is corrupt. I cannot read anything.
So hard to find. It's all days. It's A4 book and it's A4 book stuck together. Can't find it today.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
I will bring mine next time.
Yeah. The many books you will find it.
No.
The same color, blue cover. It was Xerox and hardbound and printed. There was no base cover. Yeah.
What's the actual origin of Siddha Pranali? Do we have an original scriptural reference anywhere where it first began? Where it's captured in what scripture originally?
Question is asked about the history of Siddha Pranali. Where is it mentioned in Shastra? It's mentioned in a book by a disciple of Vikreshwara Pandit. Vikreshwara Pandit, of course, is a Nitya Parishat eternal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gaur Lila. He lived 500 years ago. He had a disciple named Gopal Guru. Gopal Guru met Lord Chaitanya, had some pastimes with him also. They're recorded in Chaitanya Bhagavat, not Chaitanya, anyway, different Vaishnava charities. Bhagavatas and Vaishnava. And Gopal Guru had a disciple named John Chandra. So he wrote about it in a book. What he learned from Gopal Guru, what John Chandra learned from Gopal Guru, he wrote in a book called Gaur Govinda Smarana Padati, which is translated in English, where you can get a PDF file on Google. Gaur Govinda Smarana Padati. So in that book he talks about Ekadash Bhav and Astikaya Leela. So that book was written after the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya, roughly 1560, 1580. So that's way back when, after the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya. That's a pretty old book. Another book that was written by Nityananda Das, who was the direct disciple of John Ramata about the same time period, called Prem Vilas. Prem Vilas, chapter 6, he describes how Gopal Bhatta gave Siddhanta to a disciple named Srinivasacharya. Srinivasacharya was famous, he was a bhajan person. Srinivas, Narottam, and Shamananda were Shiksha disciples of Jiva Goswami. They're famous. So Srinivas wrote the Sat Goswami Astakam, Krishna Kirtana, famous prayers to the six Goswamis. So he describes in Prem Vilas, chapter 6, how he got Siddhanta, Babaji through Seva and everything. So these two books show that this practice has been in the Gaudiya Sampradaya for the last almost 500 years. It's not described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, or any Goswami books. That's where it's not described. But it talks about sadhya there in all those books. Chaitanya Charitamrita. But the practice of Siddhanta Diksha is not mentioned anywhere in Goswami books. They talk about meditating on sadhya. Very clear in Nectar of Devotion. Of course, in recent history, 19th century, in Jaya Dharma and Harinam Chintamani, Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks all about Siddhanta. And the 11 siddhas of the Siddha, and he of course took it himself from his guru, Hari Goswami. That's basically the history of it.
So just as you mentioned Bevan Bihari, Bhaktivinoda Thakur obviously got his Siddha Jaya from Bevan Bihari as Kamala Manjari.
Yes.
So, and he maintained that identity. He didn't reject that identity at
No.
any stage. So how
He wrote about in a song work called Gita Mala. He wrote about the identity of his guru. His guru is Bihari. He said, "Will Vilas Manjari come along the footpath and take me and introduce me to Rupa Manjari?" Vilas Manjari is the Manjari name of Bihari.
So it's confusing to think that at any stage Bhaktivinoda Thakur turned his back on Bevan Bihari.
No, it's not that, it's the other way around.
It's like a very kind of controversial and variegated topic, that one. And yeah, it doesn't make sense to me that he did turn his back at any stage on Bevan Bihari.
Will you comment on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, the question is asked about Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his Diksha Guru and Siddhanta Guru, Bevan Bihari Goswami. And some people say that Bhaktivinoda Thakur rejected his guru and because of different reasons or some story or whatever. what is told among the traditional parivars, the way we understand the story, is that Bhagavad Hari Goswami was what they call Bhagnapur Brahmin. Bhagnapur is a village in Navadvip Mandal. There were many Goswamis and caste Brahmins lived. So Bhagavad Hari Goswami lived there. Maybe he's a descendant of this nun, I'm not sure. Bhagavad Hari, he's been down in Parivar. And all the traditional, all the Goswamis and Brahmins of Navadvip, they believe since time immemorial that the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya is in Navadvip. It's called Prachin Mayapur. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he started a new Janamsthan in Mayapur. He tried, he started out in 1925 or something like that. 1920, he campaigned to establish a new birthplace, Lord Chaitanya. So a big court case happened between Bhaktivinoda Thakur and all the Goswamis of Navadvip. Bhagavad Hari Goswami was part of that court case. So every Goswami, every Parivar in Navadvip, every Parivar was against Bhaktivinoda Thakur because they all believe and they showed so much evidence to prove the birthplace is in old Mayapur, which is in Navadvip, across the river from ISKCON. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a big politician in the British government ruling India at the time. So the government was confused what to do because their district magistrate for Krishnanagar was Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The whole district of Krishnanagar was against Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all the Goswamis. So they made a ruling. They said, okay, all the Goswamis, your original birthplace, that's called Prachin. Prachin means original. And this one's just called Mayapur. To settle the dispute. And they couldn't fire or go against Bhaktivinoda Thakur because he's their own man. It was a very delicate situation. So at that time, everyone went to Bhagavad Hari and said, your disciple is going against us. So Bhagavad Hari said, I reject my disciple. So Bhagavad Hari rejected Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and the Gaudiya Vaisnava tells us that Bhaktivinoda Thakur rejected him. Because Bhagavad Hari didn't have any choice. Because the whole knowledge, every Parivar, every Goswami, every Brahmin was against Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It was a Kayas from Orissa. He's not even Bengali, he's a Orissan person, born in Orissa. And it's a whole big thing, so they all said, what's your disciple? So Bhagavad Hari met with Bhaktivinoda Thakur and said, please give this idea up. He said, no, so he disagreed with his guru, so he rejected it. That's the hard side of the story. Like every story, two sides. So you wave the flag for whatever side you're on. 4 against, 4 against. Every story has two sides and always different. So it's a toss. So follow what you will. I was waving one flag for a while, now I'm waving another flag. It's fine though. I wasn't there, I don't know anything about what went on. What can I say? Okay, he said this. No, that team, I go for that team. No, this team, I go for this team. I had to show my colors, Question. You have a question? Yeah.
Like in yesterday's lecture when we were talking about Guru Parampara and the Bhagavatam can be understood and what spiritual intelligence which is given at the time of Diksha.
What do you say last thing? What's given in time of Diksha?
Spiritual intelligence, that's forceful intelligence that is given at the time of Diksha.
let's say, a seed of it. No, yeah, the collective intelligence of the Prabhupada comes through Diksha, because I connect you to that free collective intelligence. How much you take advantage of that, that's up to you. How much you surrender, how much you do devotional service.
I just wanted to know that, like, it's in the starting verses only of the Bhagavatam, it is being talked about. So, the devotees who don't have Diksha, so how do they understand what?
The question is, how, if one doesn't have Diksha Guru, how does one understand the Bhagavatam? Understanding is multifaceted. You understand according to your conditioning, you understand according to your experience, you understand according to your knowledge you acquire in this life. So it can be infinite varieties of understanding. The clear understanding will come by mercy of Guru and Krishna, which one attains by surrendering to Guru, which means Diksha. Guru Padashaya Dikshari Shikshna Vishwamina Guru Seva Sadhavara Martate. Either being lives of bhakti, surrender to Guru, take Diksha to receive Shikshna by his bhakti. Then you begin bhajan, it's called bhajan kriya, that is an art of liberty. And when you get an art of liberty, that's some understanding of Shastra. You get Nishtaya, a different understanding, Rushi, a different understanding. As we expand our heart and our consciousness, understanding, perception changes also. Any other question? Yeah.
I was hearing one lecture last week, so in that lecture it is talked about all these things that program teachers might elaborate, but one of the category of sins is that Krishna also gives sins according to his wish. Sufferings. Krishna also gives sufferings according to his wish.
Krishna also gives suffering according to his wish. One of the
Devotees. So
Who's that?
She is sealing your lecture.
Okay. What's the question?
So just wanted to know, like, one category of sins is due to our own karmas. One category of suffering is because Krishna is giving us. How are they both different? Because I think Krishna is giving everything. Krishna is deciding factor for everything.
What's the, I don't get the question.
So there are two kinds of suffering. One is from our karma, whatever we have done. Other one is Krishna gives.
Okay, two kinds of suffering. One is material suffering and devotee suffering. So what's the difference? What's your question? For one thing, devotee accepts suffering as mercy. As the mercy of Krishna. For my elevation, purification. So, because my suffering, the suffering of devotee is going to bring him closer to Krishna. The suffering of a non-devotee he'll continue in the samsara. He's suffering now, and he'll take away his suffering, he'll still suffer, because he doesn't have any way to stop the suffering. The only way to stop suffering is to do bhakti, surrender to God. So usually most people that are suffering, they curse God and say, why am I suffering? Why do bad things happen to good people? They write books like that. Why do bad things happen to good people? Finish book. So, suffering is caused by our bad karma. That's the only cause of suffering. God is not the cause of our suffering. Man, women, people are the architect of their own destiny. But it's how you view suffering, how you accept suffering, how you tolerate, how you accept it as Krishna's mercy to help to increase my attachment to Krishna, increase my surrender to Krishna, increase my remembrance of Krishna, increase my shelter of Krishna. By doing all those things in response to suffering, I get closer to Krishna. I leave the world of suffering sooner, once and for all. So suffering, we see suffering not as negative, we see suffering as positive. It's a blessing. That's why I say Krishna's mercy. What's the story about Krishna's mercy?
King and the minister.
The king and minister, tell the story.
There is one minister who always says that everything happens by the mercy of the Lord.
Says to who?
King says to the king. And so king, one time they both go to the hunting, and while releasing the arrow, one of his thumbs get cut.
Which thumb?
King's thumb got cut.
Cut off.
Cut off. Then minister says, "Yeah, this is mercy of Lord."
If the left thumb gets cut off, there's no more archery. You can't hold the arrow. You never shot a bow. You're worthless. I shot a bow. I grow in the country. You can't shoot a bow. You shot a bow. I grow in the country. You shoot a bow. I'd rather not. So no thumb, no arrow.
Then minister says, "Yeah, this is mercy of the Lord." Then king.
Krishna. There's
Mercy of
no
Krishna.
Lord here.
Mercy of
Lord's
Krishna.
England.
Yes. Mercy of Krishna. Then king got angry and he jailed the minister.
Put in a dungeon. Palace dungeon, prison.
So after some time, the king went again for roaming, hunting,
Not walking in the forest.
roaming in the forest, and then the aboriginals there who are there, they caught him
The
and
natives,
The
the
natives.
jungle guys.
jungle guys. They caught him.
The Andras. Andra guys. Caught the king. You probably know the story anyway.
And they are about to
You gotta sacrifice, cut his head over his head to God's calling.
and but while doing that, they see that thumb is missing. So they say, no, you
Why
cannot
he's
be
impure.
Yeah, you are impure. You cannot be sacrificed. So they
Let him go.
release him. Yeah, let him go. Then he immediately comes and he releases the minister and says, yeah, what he said is true. That this is the mercy of the Krishna that my thumb got cut. Then king asked a question to him. Okay, for me it's okay. Then why you were put in jail? How it is mercy of Krishna? Then the
How is it
minister-
mercy of Krishna? You've been in jail eating bread and water for 2 weeks. How is that mercy?
Then the minister says, yeah, if I was not in jail, I would have come with you and they would have killed me.
Or shot my head over the college. The minister is a devotee. That's how devotee sees everything is mercy. Suffering is mercy, imprisonment is mercy. That way, suffering pulls us to Krishna, and material suffering pulls them away from Krishna. But Krishna is not the cause of suffering, but Krishna's mercy comes with suffering. That's how we see it. Krishna is made of love and mercy, not he won't make us miserable. But because he's compassionate, he reduces the suffering. So he suffers some result of karma sometimes, but it's reduced by Krishna's mercy. That's how we should understand. You're supposed to cut your finger off in the kitchen while cooking for Krishna. You cut your finger, you just get a little cut. Don't lose your finger. Your karma, if you weren't cooking for Krishna, if you were at McDonald's, you get your thumb cut off. Their fingers off. That's how Joy sees it. I dropped my fell off my bicycle. I dropped myself on my bicycle. If it wasn't the way, I would have fallen myself on the bicycle right in the mud puddle. Be covered in mud. But just my bag fell in mud. Okay. Just reduced it. question. What time is it?
4:27.
Any more questions? I think I ended. Babaji, you have a question? Okay.
The second verse of Bhagavatam, it is said that it rejects all Kaitava dharmas. So why jnana and karma? Why they are called Kaitava dharma? The karma kanda, jnana.
Answer yesterday. Listen to the class again. He asked a question. Second verse of Bhagavatam, first canto, says, Dharma projita kaitavatra. Projita means kick out, reject, throw away. Dharma means religion in general. And kaitava means cheating. So dharma means varnashram dharma. Dharma means varnashram dharma, which is all kinds of karma. Brahman karma, Kshatriya karma, Vaishya karma, Shudra karma. Then there's brahmachari karma, grihastha karma, vanaprastha karma, sannyasa karma. Actions for all these orders, all these 4 varnas and 4 ashrams, there's actions and duties that are performed. That's all called varnashram dharma, which is different action forms of karma. So these are all cheating, because none of these give you eternal liberation and fame in Krishna Loka. You use smarga mukti, you use sense relegation, you elevation to higher bar in the next life. You're a good shooter in this life, do all your actions correctly, all your karmas correctly, next life you're born as a Vaishya. Be a good Vaishya in this life, do all your karmas, all your varnashram dharma correctly, become born as a Kshatriya. Good Kshatriya, do all your karmas right, all your varna duties right, become born as a Brahman. I explained all that yesterday. So you do everything right, you go to swarga loka. Go to Jnana Loka, Tapa Loka. Gyan takes you to Tapa Loka, Jnana Loka, Swarga Loka. Yogi, Gyan, Karma, they all take you somewhere in the material world. Only Bhakti, only Krishna give you mukti. So Brahman, Gyan can take you to Brahman if it's mixed with Bhakti. So these are all the types of dharma that Bhagavatam kicks out. It teaches praying dharma. Praying dharma means the highest form of dharma, which gives you liberation and praying and ultimate bliss in the service of Krishna and Vrindavan. I had all taught yesterday. Yeah, boy. He was sleeping yesterday in class. He just woke up today. I was in class.
How much connection is there philosophically between the philosophy of Madhacharya and Chaitanya Vaishnavism?
None.
None at all. I even read somewhere that according to Madhacharya, some souls are generated doomed, right, with no hope of liberation.
Some souls. Didn't hear you.
I read that according to Madhacharya, some souls, when they're generated, they're doomed from the start. They have no hope of liberation.
Can't say about that. But definitely, only connection, basic connection in terms of sadhya, which means the goal, and sadhana means the practice, and siddhanta means the philosophical basis. There's no connection. The only connection with Madan Sampradaya is by diksha. Because Nityananda Prabhu and the way to root to diksha from Madhacharya is what we understand. Because there's some diksha connection, we claim, and Kavi Karakor explains in Gorganda Shivika, the Baladevi Devotion, it says in praying Ratnavali, they say we're connected, they both say Baladevi Devotion and Kavi Karakor say that a Gaudiya Sampradaya is connected to the Brahma Sampradaya. It's called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So I asked my guru about this. He said that's the only connection because I'm in the way to Bhagavad, the way to the connection. So we start a connection with them because there's 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, one is Madan. Madan, Nimbarka, and Vishnu Swami, and Ramanuja. These are 4 Sampradayas. Gaudiya is not an independent Sampradaya, so we had to be connected to the Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. Baladev Devotion also establishes when he wrote Govinda Bhashya and went to Galta. Galta was outside of Jaipur, had a debate with the Ramanuja Sampradaya over worship of Radha Govindaji. That's how Gaudiya kept the worship because of Baladev wrote Govinda Bhashya. So they say Radha is an Apsara, a heavenly girl from heaven. They don't accept Radha, and Krishna. They accept Dwarkadish and Krishna. Because Radha Krishna is make-believe. There's no such thing. They don't accept that Brahma became bewildered. They have Bhagavatam, there's no chapter 13 and 14. Brahma becoming bewildered by Krishna. The Brahma Mohan, that's not in their Bhagavatam. Our prayers of Brahma are not there either. These offering prayers of Krishna. They don't accept that the head of the Sampradaya can become bewildered by a little kid in UP. Little cheater, liar for UP can be bewildered Brahma. He's blue in color, Brahma's gold. Some black guy from UP, huh? Brahma's golden color. And their sadhana is Vaidhi sadhana, and Gaudiya Sampradaya is Raganuga sadhana. And their goal is Lakshmi Ryan. Madhva Sampradaya goal is Vaikuntha Lakshmi Ryan. Our goal is Gopal Radha Krishna. The goal is here in the sun, is here in siddhanta is here. But we still say, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, look in front of Bhagavad Gita, it's all there. And my Siddhanta diction master, all the Pranali is there. All the gurus. Brahma Madhva is there. Brahma Madhva is there. And the Shiva. Any more questions? We'll end this class with no more questions. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Good reading, you have for sound.